Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we remove the rear wheel to change the tyre, and I make my very own human powered bike lift. One very cheap bike lift. Bolts, cut the cable tight, cut the cable tight, cut the cable tight, cut the cable tight. Right, this bit here goes. So this piece goes on first, and then this piece goes over the top, but they share the same bolt. You just have to line it up and slide it in. But when taking it out, make sure you don't break it off. But you need to take that small corner piece out because this is all part of it. You just lever this up and pull that out. Barb, well, see there, and don't forget this little tiny one here. Doesn't really do a lot, but and then you have this. You can see where the barbs were. All right, it just has a little thing. If you want to remove the controller, which is 1 screw, 2 screws, 3 screws, you'll need a torque drive. Hello. You'll need a torque drive. Okay, so this is a torque drive, and you will need a T30. But no ordinary torque drive will do it because it's got a security device in it. And if you notice, this has a hole in the centre, and because the bolts do too. Sometimes a lot of the problems, this 30-pin connector, if you pull it out, push it in, pull it out, push it in, possibly pull it out, clean all the connectors up, put it back in, you might find a lot of your problems are eradicated. Make sure the first thing you do is disconnect the battery or turn the circuit breaker off. Now, you would have to disconnect this, and the cable, it's not this cable, it's this cable. It's much thicker. You see, and this comes through here, you'd have to cut this cable. This is the other piddly cable, which is over here, right, goes to here, and this is for your rear lights, over there. This is for the switch for the stand. And also you'll need to disconnect the hall sensor wire. You will need to unscrew the yellow, blue and green wires, which is all in that big black cable, and then you'll be able to pull the cable out. First of all, you need to take the light unit off, remembering to remove the brake light so that you can get to the bolts that hold the mudguard on. And then you remove the 4 bolts that are holding on the mudguard to the rear swinging arm. And then it should all come out of the way. wires so that I can remove the rear wheel. I release the rear wheel nuts, making sure the cable ties have been cut, and I then have to support the bike and then remove the rear wheel. I've decided to change the tyre because it's only 600 miles old from new. Try and fit a 120 by 90 by 17. See how well that goes. So I'm just using some clamps to break the bead after removing the air, of course. I find that this lubrication is really good. It's tyre lube that's like in a gel form. Lube up both beads as well as you can, or tyre rims, whichever you like to call them, and then it will come off easier. By lubing up the tyre rims as well as you can, when it comes to reseating the tyre, once you're pumping it full of air, you'll find that the tyre will seat with a much lower tyre pressure. These blue protectors are very useful. There she goes, pops all into place. With the new tyre, I realised that it was catching on the shock absorber. As you can see, I had to put a smaller tyre on to make sure it clears, and it clears beautifully. Thanks for watching my channel. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It's completely free.